Hello. I wanted to make a video about my song "It's Nice to See You." You know, why I made it, what led up to it, my process when making it. Because I started writing it on December 29th, 2022. It's almost 2 years ago now, so it's like, I thought, I just reflect on it. It's really not much going on when you think about like the amount of channels, because like so many beatbox songs with so many more channels. Um, but I can pick apart every little thing and just like think about like what went into this. So I'm gonna start around like August, September 2022, um, with this song that I like really love, and especially back then I really loved. So if you just hear that like chord progression, it's just like really beautiful, and I would always play it. And I would kind of like do it my own way, like doing an A add 9. You can see in the top right corner. Yeah, I have my piano with me, and D9. I think in the song it's like just a like A9, D9, but I like the add 9 more. And I would just like go on a piano and just like play this, and I'd put my own spin on it, like instead of the D9, I just remove the D and just have a F sharp minor 755, which like I don't know if at the time I knew like what this chord was called, but I thought like it's pretty jazzy. I don't know if I'll like ever make a song with this. It's a bit too weird, a bit too jazzy, but like I just like playing it. So fast forward to December, and I'm just like up late on my computer, and I'm just thinking like before I go to bed I'm just gonna like write a little something down in Jumbox. And I had this song by Jelly, who's like one of my favorite beatbox composers, like really amazing composer. I just had this song in my head. Now I could not imagine writing something that beautiful, like that melody, but I just had it in my head, and I thought like I want to write something like that. And I went back to that chord progression, like. That sort of arpeggiated sawtooth wave sound, like I totally like just got from here. And you can see like I'm already like adding notes to the top, like okay, maybe not like that. It's kind of hard to play on piano, but you get the deal. And now I go to bed that night. I guess like that's really pretty. And then I wake up the next day. I'm like, oh, gotta add to it. Every like not every day, but like almost every day, I'm like checking back. I'm like listening back to it. I'm like trying to add to it. It just becomes like this. So here I've modulated the volume of the instrument to like get a tremolo sound. You can just it's very subtle, especially at the end. You can really hear it. And it's probably thinking of like a Fear of Dark song or something that did that sort of tremolo effect, and I really liked it. I think it like spiced up the instrument. Here I have the D tune at like 56, because here it's like what we call like A equals 440 hertz, like the kind of like default where you have your notes at. And I was like I like tuning it up, tuning it sharp. I thought that sounded really cool, so I just did that. You can see like the name of it is like Nice, and I'm just like at this point I'm thinking like this sounds nice. This is a nice like intro to something. I'm gonna make this sound nice. So like I have the triangle bass going, have this like upper notes going. I I always thought like the space like I always thought the space was like too simple, You know, like they're not always, but like I listen back to it and I think, I should have done more with that. Honestly, like I think it fits the song pretty well. You know, just kind of going, doing its own thing. Sounds nice. I think the notes fit. Very dinky drum part. That'll be like a recurring thing throughout the whole song. And speaking of Fear of Dark, like I want to bring up this song because like the default tempo for beatbox is or drumbox is 150, and I think that's also the tempo of this song. So I was really just thinking about the song the whole time when I was making it. Like you can hear those arpeggios like going really fast. Like I listened to that and I just thought like I gotta have something like that. So I did that. The volume modulation is like really weird if you notice, like right over here. It's a little wonky. I think it sounds really cool. Got the melody going. And you can hear how it sounds like really grating without the vibrato. But I kind of there's something like very charming about like how this sounds like sort of wonky and weird. Kind of ends like unceremoniously there. But I knew like, that was the amount of time the melody had to last. And I was like, I could do something. Like I didn't know what yet, I get that's kind of the beautiful thing that I get out of like looking at these works in progress where like, I just didn't have the rest of the song written then. So I had to decide. So here I want to mention this song. So like the whole time I'm thinking like, what do I do after that? Like there's obviously there's got to be like this is the time when some other section happens, and I just got to think of that. I got to think of something, and here like this basically sounds like the finished version of the song. Like I have those volume swells going. Like here's something I really like to do that I just discovered with the song is like having the note play and then like swell back in, so pretty, especially with echo. I just want to point out like these two instruments like interacting is so beautiful. Like just listen. Like you have like the whole instrument like doing a melody like alongside this, and like it took me a while to really notice that was happening. It's such beautiful because it's like then you have like the other instrument going. So it's like or something like that, it sounds so pretty, like just especially like the Sawtooth Wave, like just has this very like, it's just the texture is so beautiful. And I think it like sits perfectly just as at the center of the song. Like if I like take out everything else or just leave everything else, like it's so lifeless, and that comes back. It's like, yes, I love doing that. So I'm like, what chord comes after that? And then like I just have the song sort of in my head. Where's the right part? Yeah, right there. It's like goes from to like a F major 9. Or I think that's the chord progression. But like it's just because I have that song like stuck in my head, and it happens to have like an F chord. And I just sort of go with that. I'm like, I like that song. I'm gonna do that. I'm like, I don't even realize. Like, listen, like, the fuck. Like, I didn't even realize at the time. It's like that's one note apart. Oh, we kind of messed it. Like it just flows perfectly into that chord. Like, and I don't know, I just kind of randomly chose the chord, and it happened to be like the perfect chord. Like this should be the obvious chord, really. It's like I should probably use that like chord progression more. But anyway, it just goes like this. so beautiful. Like, you know, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What? That's not the right chord. I'm like B minor. Huh? What's going on? You can see like the melody's kind of wonky. Cause like I think I wrote this on my phone, and you know I just like wanted to save it and like come back to it for it because I knew it was like really beautiful sounding so far, but like what is that, D9? No, no. And, like this B minor is like did I want to do it like a 2/5? Maybe I did, but like it's not what I ended up going with because you know you start to see like more channels, and you know this is like really where and you can see here like I think I did this by accident, but like if you listen, like that just cuts out and like you just hear everything like here, and I just think that's like probably didn't mean to do it at first, but then I just instantly knew it was like such a cool effect, and like now you can really hear just like like just that's such a beautiful like chord right there. It's like and like the way it just scoops and then they're like what's gonna happen? There's such a like colorful chord going on. It's like it's that lift. Like I guess like it's just like one semitone right there. Like as a chord, it's just so colorful and so beautiful. And like I think again, I was just kind of like randomly. At least I think the song definitely like influences. Where is it? Right here. Oh damn, they're right next to each other. But like. You hear that like that B flat chord is like such a like important chord like in the chorus. Like I don't know, that's like my favorite song ever. And I was just thinking about that. I was like thinking like B flat, B flat, B flat. So like, and then have that motion going on. And those two notes, like I want to mention this, like those are like my two favorite notes, like to be found in a chord. And I just knew like those would be like the notes that I had to choose here. It just scoops up. It's just so emotional. And so after that, I just like, I know I just wrote an amazing chord progression. I can go back to the next section. And like here, it's like A minor. The E flat major, like so colorful, so beautiful. And I was like, I guess at the time I was thinking like maybe I could just do it. But like that would just kind of be like too much like that other song. So, and like at the time I was like, for this section, I was literally like writing the melody, like in tandem. And I had like this sort of written out. I think this is an E flat instead, like I was thinking like a G minor would go over that, but like instead I could go from this A minor to tritone away, like because all right does that. It's like where is it? It's like that movement right there. That's a tritone. So I was thinking, like, okay, I can also do a tritone away, and like it ended up being perfect because like those notes like fit perfectly over that, but also that, and like starting with that G sharp. That's like really spicy if you like play it like, but because this is like arpeggiated here, it's not so bad. You know, you just kind of have that, or you know, it doesn't feel as spicy when you do it like that. So I think it works pretty well. And then you have like a very powerful, just like dominant, going back to the And again, like earlier, I could have done like a 251, but I think what I sort of landed on was so beautiful. Just like doing like, nope, that's so colorful. It's like not something I would have thought of, like if I hadn't just like kind of racked my brain for what chord to use. So I don't know. I always love that change. It never fails to. It just feels so satisfying. I love it. But then didn't write anything yet. Just kind of had this very dinky. Again, no, it's like very dinky going on. I forgot I had this echo. And yeah. So now I can kind of like just go to the full song and like really just run through it, like talk about everything that went into it. Like you have that like high A coming in like so beautiful. I think like at the time with these melodies, like I'm just kind of like writing them as they go to my head. I'm thinking like, maybe I won't keep this, but like I'm really glad I like kept these melodies because like the more I listen to them, the more I just love them. I think that's actually an important songwriting thing. Like, when you write like something, it might sound kind of like corny or weird to you, but like when other people listen to them over and over again, it'll just sound like normal music, and yeah. Here I'm kind of quoting like earlier, like. Yeah, if I can play it, like that's kind of how it was in the beginning of the song, and now I can go back to it, reference it. Those like volume swells are really coming in clutch here. I'm like doing that again. So like that is really that. I think that's like the core motif of the song, and I'm like going back to it, really legitimizing it here. Again, I love how these two instruments interact. I'm like decorating these melodies with these little like those little like trills. Like if I need to like decorate a melody or repeat it, you'll see me do that a lot. And again, like I can mute this. It just sounds so bad. But that sawtooth just like adds that emotional quality to the song that I love. Now here's something interesting here. So I have like these going on. So like I have this other like pulse width, like doing an arpeggio. I guess it's a square wave because pulse width 50. But then this is like a weird like string. I think one of the string presets, but I changed some of the settings. And it sounds so strange, like against like all the other stuff. Because it's like a chip wave, and it's just like a weird FM. But I think like it ended up like sitting really well, like with everything else. It sounds really cool. And like here, I'm like modulating the echo. So it all just really cascades and then it just like cuts out. Like. It's so good. Yeah, I hear that chord. Oh, I just had to jam along with that because it's like having that arpeggio come back, like with like the, I guess, hi-hat coming. It's so beautiful. Has this dinky little kick. Barely hear it, but it's there. Harmonize the lead. Sounds so good. Oh yeah, like such a cool moment because like it's like so it's like an E7 sharp 9 as you can see. And like maybe I wouldn't have used that chord, but like it just fits so well, keeping that G up top. It's like such a oh, uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. I'm changing history here. That part is just, I'm just gonna let that play. Like, it's so beautiful. So that like, I don't know, I just knew it was right that I like had to have the melody do that. It's just, it feels like it's screaming. It's just like, so emotional and like, it just, I guess, again, it's like it just flows out. Like, these are the notes I have to place, and it's like awesome. Like, it's so awesome. Like, everything's going now. It's like, you have this going. The little dinky kick. I love that right there. It's like the da-na-na. That's so pretty. I love that. Oh yeah, the bass does something a little different in the verses compared to the intro. It's still going. Love how that sounds. It's like such a cool little riff. Yeah, that's how you play. String something back, everything's coming back. Like one of my favorite instruments in the whole song. It's just like another pulse width. It just is this. But you hear it and it's like so cool. And here I let things kind of like sustain a little bit. Whereas like before, I'll just cut out. This nice little bit of contrast. Again, you hear that, it's just like, I love that, like, it's so beautiful. It's like, it's the perfect, like, addition to this part. Yeah, oh, this is like, these are the MVP instruments right now. Oh, like, this part is just so beautiful, like. Oh, wait, first, I want to just comment. Like, this part is so busy. Like, it sounds so busy, like, just with that little extra melodic, and then it's just like... Ah, you hear that? It's like... It's so, like... it's just so emotional when you listen to it. It's like... Like, instead of... Or... You know, that's what you expect. You know, from earlier. I love that. I'll never get over that. I'm so proud of that. Again, I think I was like probably on my phone or something when I thought when I thought of doing that, but yeah. Yeah, I just knew this had to like be the real like big finish of the song pretty much. You know, I have like the verse like drum beat going. This going, which sounds beautiful in the mix. And like one of my favorite things to just like listen to, but like kind of lament. You barely hear this. Like the strings are like there, but it's like what? This is way louder. Okay, you do kind of hear it decently there. I love how I just do those two hits. Like it's such a cool like part. Like it's the kind of thing I think about. Like if I was playing this in a band, like that would go so hard. Just like yeah, and, like things sort of just chill out from here, just like before. Yeah, we can go places, but you know we can always find our way back home. It's just the way that chord just like fades out, like ending on those notes is so beautiful. And like here, it's like a pretty interesting note here. Like there's a lot of tension going on, like or like the way it resolves is just like never get over it. Lots of stuff I never get over here. Yeah, what's that chord called? F sharp minor 7 9 flat. Oh yeah, I guess just added a 9 to that other chord, I guess. So I mean, yeah, that's just how the song ends. And I remember like the further I got to the end of the song, the more I was like, should I like change this or just add this? Like do I like extend it more or something here? But like no, I just knew I like had to end it here. Like 4.5 minutes, which perfect length. And yeah, I just love the way it just wraps itself up there. And yeah, this like I wrote this over I think like 11 days, and it was like a very like emotional like time in my life, and it became like the BB radio intro theme. I think like most people just associate it with that. Like they hear like they're like, oh, beatbox radio, yay. But really like this song was like the sort of score to a time in my life where I was just like really a lot was going on, and like I had to really just think about like the friends I had, like loved ones, pets, or pet, and so much can be happening in your life, and then you sort of sit down and like you see your friend and you just, hey, it's nice to see you, it feels good. Chord's a little darker, but we always just go back there. We're fine. So, and I kind of messed it up there, but I've always thought like that chord progression just has such an edge to it that like works perfectly. And I've always thought of this song as like a very sad song. To me at least, like it's pretty emotional, and I'm not sure how much it comes off. I think it does come off pretty well, but I hope like me just kind of putting it in context more, thinking about like, will I have these people? How long, will I know these people, these friends, loved ones, pets, all that jazz? I hope it really drives home for other people, like, what the song means. And, I don't want the song's like emotion and character to be lost in the fact, it's the beatbox radio theme, because there's a lot to it. And I think like it really came from like, an emotional time where I needed something nice to listen to, I need something that just like came out of my heart. And I think like, there's a lot of like discovery stuff I'm still learning as I'm making this song, that you can clearly hear. And I hope that like anyone who like thinks to like write a song, like you don't have to be like super confident or like perfect in your writing, just like, write from a place where you need to, get these feelings out, get these like emotions out. Because that's when you like really just write something beautiful. And I think like something beautiful came when I was writing this song. So yeah, that is, everything that went into the song. It's nice to see you. So, thank you for watching. If you watched the whole way through, thank you for enjoying this song. Hopefully you did as much as I did. And yeah,